perch, pike, sander, chub. Now I've fished for quite a few freshwater species, but there's one that I'm very familiar with that I haven't cast a lure for before, and believe it or not, that's trout. Now where I'm from, we have a fly only rule on our region, and while I absolutely love my fly fishing, I've been really excited to have a go and target these species on lures. They're very strong, powerful fish, and ever so exciting to play. So I set out to a fresh venue with a challenge to catch some trout on lures. I spent a couple of days getting the hang of it, getting used to casting, getting used to playing and controlling the fish. And while I was taken aback by the scenery, it wasn't without its issues. Stunning, stunning. Yeah, lovely. You can see a really clear path along that weed as well. That's the one. Uh-oh. That wasn't quite what we planned. Ooh. There we go. Whoa. Oh no, he's off. Whether it was trees or fish slipping the hook, it was all an exciting learning curve. But eventually I felt ready to get the camera and record a day on the stream. Well, as you can hear from the noise behind me, I'm on a little bit of an urban carrier stream today, and yeah, I'm doing something I haven't done much of before, and that's fish for wild trout on lures. Now I've done it on the fly, but my region is fly only, so I've never had the chance to do it. Anyway, today I've come somewhere slightly different to give it a go, and hey, to kick off the morning, I've got a beautiful little wild brown trout. I had this one on a little micro spoon, one of the nails kits. You get two sizes, two weights, and a fantastic mixture of spoons for targeting these stunning little wild brown trout. And there we go. Look at that. What a gorgeous little guy. Oh my, what have I got here? Well, if that isn't the smallest little brown trout ever. Let's pop you back.
So we're starting off with a little crankbait here, just flashing it through the current. Hopefully this will just bump past a nice trout and we'll be away. But I'll give this a few more minutes and then I'll switch it up and try something slightly different. So I'm fishing upstream and just ripping this back through the current, flickering it and flashing it. So it's just catching the weed, which is good. Oh, there was a trout flash at that there. Nice trout.
I love the action on these Sticklebait Twitches. He really went for that, but I think he saw me at the last minute and just spooked off. I'm going to change lure and see if he'll take something different.
I've just swapped over from a crankbait to a little micro spoon. This thing's only a gram or so. I'm just going to fish this upstream and just flutter it through the currents. We'll see if this gets us a fish. Oh, there we go. Oh, whoa. What have we got here? It's a little jumper, that's for sure. Oh, wasn't quite what we were expecting. But there we go. That's a teeny tiny little baby brown trout. You can see him just there on the spoon. Oh, off he goes. Now certainly for this trout lure fishing it seems like having a softer rod is quite advantageous. I mean, you've got very hard mouths and a very jumpy active fish, and if you're fishing with a rod that's too stiff it's very easy to pull out and lose a good fish. I'm almost jigging this spoon back, just letting it sink for a couple of seconds and fluttering it back. Even when I'm allowing it to sink, it's moving incredibly fast in its flow. Oh, and there's a twig. Always exciting. I think the next step is swapping over to something like a jig. See how that performs.
Yep, I'm in. Oh, this one's a fighter. Oh my. What could I have on here? Oh, it's pulling back. Oh wow. It's a good brown trout. It's a really nice brown. Oh, don't go downstream. Don't you dare go downstream. Come on, back up here. Oh gosh, the rod's absolutely hunched over. Come on. Oh, they're so powerful, these fish. Yes! Get in!
Wow, there we go. So we haven't had it easy. In fact, one moment we had sun, then the next moment snow, and it's been quite tough fishing really. But I put the camera away and had a wade upstream, and I managed to find an absolute beauty. In fact, it followed my crankbait, so I swapped over to a craft cannibal shad, and there we go. What an absolute stunner. This is a fantastic trout, very long, possibly an escapee, stocked one from somewhere, but wow, either way, a fantastic fish and an absolute beauty. Okay, let's pop her back. Well, trout are very delicate, so as well as handling them with wet hands, I like to face them upstream and just let them recuperate before release. There we go. She's off. Well, what a fish to end the session on. That was fantastic, a great fight on the light tackle. Certainly I've enjoyed this trout lure fishing journey, and it's got me into some places that perhaps I would have overlooked in the past on the fly, from really overgrown urban streams to little carriers that are hidden away, and yeah, it's been a ton of fun. If you want to give it a go yourself, the sort of tackle I was using is simple. If you want to go really light, a 1 to 5 gram rod is perfect, something like the Parabellum CCS, but if you're fishing some snaggier places, or perhaps you want to throw some bigger lures, something slightly stronger like the Custom Ultralight 2 to 10 grams is perfect, absolutely perfect for trout, chub, perch, anything in a small stream really. As for mainline, you could go for 4 or 6 pound fluorocarbon if you want that stretch, and that can be quite important when playing trout on delicate little hooks, or something like a 6 to 8 pound braid is ideal too, and a similarly matched hook length. As for lures, I tried to keep it really simple for this. I just used the new Sticklebait Twitch, which is perfect for targeting trout. Had a nice fish lash at it, but unfortunately didn't hook up, but we got him later on the cannibal shad. Then of course the micro spoons, Nails micro spoons, they proved really effective for me, and as well as catching a lovely wildie, I had some tiny little trout on those as well, which goes to show how effective they can be. And of course the soft plastics, stuff like the little 50mm PVC mayflies is perfect for bouncing around through the stream and trying to target a trout or two, but ultimately it was a big lure that won on that day. And it's no surprise when you saw it bobbing around with all those minnows nearby. Anyway, after this fantastic session, I'm going to head home.